All right, Shalom. Shalom, giving all praises, all glory, and all honors unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kodash. That belongs to the apostles, the elders, the bishops, the great millstone. Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of the hopeful elect. This is another edition of Genius News and Prophecy. And start off with the scripture in the book of Ecclesiastes. And I'll start at the top. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, which of course the creator is Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, while the evil days come not. Now the evil days ultimately are referring to the end of this current system, the time of evil, the time of trouble. Because there is a time of trouble that's coming to this world. It's known in the scriptures as Jacob's trouble. But as we can decipher, it's also the time of Esau's trouble, Edom, because they're going to get their judgment from the Lord, and also the trouble of everyone. It's really the earth's trouble for all those that dwell on the earth. Times are getting harder and harder in these last days. Money's hard to keep. It's hard to make. People are getting a lot more agitated. And it's in these evil days when it's time to remember who you are. And I'm speaking to the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans, the true people of the Holy Bible, the true people of the Creator. Remember the Lord now, because time is shortly approaching when all hell is going to break loose. All right? What people commonly know is SHTF, when shit hits the fan. That's the time that's coming soon. So it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. Before those days come upon us, learn you're an Israelite. Learn the names of the Most High, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, not God and Jesus Christ. Okay? Learn that the Native Americans, the so-called Hispanics, are your brothers, right? And not some people in the earth, all right? Learn that the 12 tribes of Israel is your nation. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and those of us that are scattered around the world, they look like other nations. We're all Israelites. Because of the time coming where that knowledge matters the most. It says, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. And there's going to be a time when the only knowledge and understanding that you're going to get, the only light, so to speak, that you're going to get, is going to be the knowledge of the Bible. Not of being a Christian or Catholic or Protestant, but being an Israelite. That's what matters. And this is the point. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because there are few. There's a time, the time is now, when working and grinding is ceasing. You're not really getting the bang for your buck, so to speak. You know, you make a paycheck just for it to be disappeared on payday. You get it on payday, it disappears on payday. You know, among other troubles. It says, because they are few. Right, all you hear about nowadays is the unemployment rate, the creating of jobs. Times are hard. All these things were prophesied in the scriptures. It says, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Yeah, meaning desire, meaning longing to go on in this world. That American dream is becoming an American nightmare. You look out the window in the morning and you see the sunlight, the clouds, you hear the birds chirping. You expect to have a good day, but then it really turns out to be a bad day, bad times. So remember the Lord, remember who you are, know and understand Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. These businesses, a lot of businesses are changing policies, changing practices. They're going out of business. And that's the main point of this lesson, but I wanted to give you the clear understanding of what this means in our current time. When the sound of the grinding is low, that's that grinding again, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, right, the alarm clock, the cock crowing, whatever. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low, and it's a clear fact that music and entertainment is at an all-time low. Verse 5, also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears are everywhere now. Afraid to raise your children the same way you grew up. You're afraid to deal with people on the street, deal with your neighbors. Fears are at an all-time high. And fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail. That's the times we're living in, where desire is failing. Suicide rates have gone up. Homicide rates have gone up. Dysfunctions in the family has gone up, especially within the last 5 to 10 years. Because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Homelessness has risen. Riots and protests are happening all over the world, in the streets. So now let me jump from this now and get into some of these articles. So this is the first article. This is from the Associated Press. It says Dollar Tree to close nearly 1,000 stores. Now, if you remember, a few years ago, during the onset of the pandemic, 2020, what was going on, the dollar stores were becoming the new go-to stores for shopping. Outside of maybe your Walmarts, your Targets, your Costco's, dollar stores were on the rise. Your regular grocery stores were shutting down, or they were closing down early. You had the 2020 parameters that they put out mandatorily, but things were shutting down heavily during that time period. But now, and now these dollar stores, these stores that they've been propping up, these dollar stores that were propped up as being the new big thing, now it appears that they're shutting certain stores down. So it says Dollar Tree to close nearly 1,000 stores post surprise for fourth quarter loss. So it says Dollar Tree swung into a surprise fourth quarter loss and will close nearly 1,000 stores after the discount retailer slashed the value of a rival chain it acquired almost a decade ago. Dollar Tree plans to close about 600 Family Dollar stores in the first half of the year and 370 Family Dollar and 30 Dollar Tree stores over the next several years. Dollar Tree acquired Family Dollar for more than $8 billion in 2015 after a bidding war with rival Dollar General, but it has had difficulty absorbing the chain. So they've got it at a loss now. Okay. Jump down. It says this dramatic call is the coup de grace in the rather botched acquisition of the Family Dollar chain, which has caused Dollar Tree nothing but hassle since it was completed back in 2015, wrote Neil Saunders, managing director of global data. Basically, almost 10 years on, Dollar Tree is still sifting through the mess it inherited and has not been able to completely turn around, Saunders said. And nearly 12% of current Family Dollar stores will be closing over the next 3 years. So it's you gotta remember, in these rural areas and maybe more smaller towns, these different dollar stores like Family Dollar, they're very much needed in areas, roads, and certain places that you can't get to a big Walmart or a big chain store. So them shutting down these hundreds of stores over the next year or so is a major blow to those communities. So there's your doors shutting in the streets. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Now this is from Wine Press News. Tyson Foods to hire thousands of illegal immigrants as they lay off thousands more of Americans. So now you got the American grinders ceasing. We would like to employ another 42,000 if we could find them, said a Tyson official. The food conglomerate Tyson Foods has recently stirred up controversy with the recent announcement that they will be hiring a swath of unregistered immigrants to fill their vacant positions. So instead of them building jobs for Americans that need to work and want to work, they can hire these immigrants for less, right? After the company has been laying off thousands of Americans these past years. So this shows you what's happening in America, okay? Babylon the Great. That's what this place is, a place of confusion, Babylon. 1 year ago to date, CNBC reported that Tyson will be closing 2 chicken processing plants, affecting roughly 1,700 jobs. And just earlier this week, the company announced they will be shutting down an Iowa plant that will affect 1,200 jobs, Fox Business reported. But now it has been revealed that Tyson will be hiring thousands of illegal aliens shipped to New York and give them jobs instead. Now we know the talks around the country, on the internet, certain news spaces about immigrants coming into this country, being set up in hotels, refugees and things. Now, whether or not they're being set up with jobs, I'm not sure. But there's a lot of immigrant activity going on nowadays. So it says, Bloomberg explained more in a report titled, okay, let me read it. It says, but now it's been revealed that Tyson will be hiring thousands of illegal aliens shipped to New York. They're being shipped here, mind you, and give them jobs instead. Bloomberg explained more in a report titled, Tyson is hiring New York immigrants for jobs no one else wants. No, they're laying people off. So you telling me that people don't want the job, but yet they're firing them? Just let you know what time we're in, man. Okay, let's go to the next one. Dollar General, Fox 5. Dollar General becomes latest to cut self-checkout lanes. So another changes to these stores. I'm just reading this here. Dollar General is making new changes to some of its stores. The Tennessee-based store chain is cutting self-checkout lanes at 300 stores, which is going to back up the lines. Dollar General CEO Todd Vassos told Business Insider that the stores cutting this service are where there's a lot of theft and inventory loss. And I wonder why people are having to, rely on theft. So they're limiting self-checkout. Walmart, Target, 14,000 stores offer self-checkout. And then the ones that will be limited to purchasing 5 items at a time. So things are cutting down here in this country, man. Target said they are closing some self-checkouts as one of a number of tests. Target said they are closing some self-checkouts as one of a number of tests the company is trying, while Walmart says the strategy of opening self-checkouts based on staffing and customer demand is nothing new. Reported from Washington, D.C. I think I had one more here. Is Walmart self-checkout changing? Here's what to know. Some stores may be adjusting self-checkout hours and availability. Walmart explains why. So this is all I wanted to bring up. I'm not going to read any of this. It's just news. But this is interesting here. Let me read this. It says, in recent years, the giant retailer rolled out self-checkout in many of its brick-and-mortar stores for an experience designed to help customers complete their shopping even faster, according to Walmart's website. According to the company, its Walmart Plus members also have the additional option to use the company's mobile Scan and Go feature, which allows customers to use their phone to scan items as they shop before paying for their purchased items at a self-checkout lane, which is leading straight to the MOTB, which GMS got it right. It's a device that eventually be in your hand, and it's already being promoted around the earth, around the world. Elon Musk is putting it in your forehead, in your brain, for those that have neurological issues. It's going to expand. All these technologies are going to expand, okay? They all have used these apps, these smartphone-assisted apps or applications. And it's leading into what? You have to be an actual, Walmart Plus member to even use this feature. So imagine going to the store, buying groceries for your family, and unless you have some kind of app or some kind of device in your hand to scan your hand and pay for things, or scan your phone to pay for things, you're going to be able to eat. This leads right into Revelation, the 13th chapter, 16th verse. So it says, but in the last few months, customers have been reporting changes in available checkout lanes, with one person on Reddit posting a photo of what appeared to be a Walmart sign blocking off the do-it-yourself checkout lane, saying, attention, this self-checkout is for Spark shoppers and Walmart Scan and Go only. So this is leading to the mark of the beast, clearly and plainly. You won't be able to buy and sell save he that had the mark. That's what the scriptures say. So things are changing. Once these stores run these tests, it's going to roll out a lot more frequently in other places. Now check this. Like I said, closing down these easier to shop, maybe more convenient dollar stores, shutting them down, is going to move people to have to shop at places like Walmart, Costco, Target. But then they're cutting down on the self-checkout lane to, you can only use the self-checkout lane if you're a member and you have this particular app. So what that does is, while everybody's scrambling, so now instead of having 1,000 people in the store at the time, you may have 1,500, but then you got to have the app to buy your items. See where things are leading? On top of that, workers or losing their jobs, being laid off. All this ties into prophecy, man. You know? But I'm going to end this here. And I hope this was edifying. All praises go to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Of course, that belongs to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. America's on its way out of here. It's imploding from the inside out. And soon the Lord's people will be saved. Shalom. When I say the Lord's people, I mean the elect.